Batman, or The Batman, 1943, 15-chapter theatrical serial. But yeah, basically I am a huge Batman fan. I have been since I was a kid. And I just thought this would be a really cool thing to take a look back on, because I've never seen these. It's Batman's very first time on film. I thought it could be really, really cool to take a look at. I mean, it's definitely going to be dated and probably going to be completely awful, but who cares, we'll have some fun with this. And you know, I don't know much about Batman in the 40s in terms of comics. What was actually going on, whether he was a government agent or anything like that. I don't know how faithful this is to the comics of the day, but I think they were just like penny dreadfuls.
High atop one of the hills which ring the teeming metropolis of Gotham City, a large house rears its bulk against the dark sky. Outwardly, there's nothing to distinguish this house from many others, but deep in the cavernous basements of this house, in a chamber hewn from the living rock of the mountain, is the strange, dimly lighted, mysteriously secret Bat's Cave, hidden headquarters of America's #1 crime fighter, Batman. Yes, Batman, clad in the somber costume which has struck terror to the heart of many a swaggering denizen of the underworld. Batman, who even now is pondering the plans of a new assault against the forces of crime. A crushing blow against evil in which he will have the valuable aid of his young, two-fisted assistant, Robin, the Boy Wonder.
That's an incredible desk.
They represent American youth who love their country and are glad to fight for it. Wherever crime raises its ugly head to strike with the venom of a maddened rattlesnake, Batman and Robin strike also. And in this very hour when the Axis criminals are spreading their evil over the world, even within our own land, Batman and Robin stand ready to fight them to the death.
What a chubby Batman, really. Certainly doesn't look athletic.
These boxes are usually locked.
I know it.
I know it. It's like a pimp. Shut up, Robin, I know it.
Captain Arnold, please.
Captain Arnold, where's Gordon? Come on.
Captain Arnold speaking. I have a nice little package for you. You'll find it at the corner of First and Maple.
Awfully posh. I have a nice little package for you.
Yeah, what's doing, Captain? It's the Batman again. He's at the corner of First and Maple. This time I'm going with you.
Calling car 67. 67.
That's us.
Go to First and Maple. A 702.
I'm warning you. Dr. Daka will make you regret this.
Shut up! Dr. Daka? Who's that?
Never mind. You'll find out. Let's wait around and see Captain Arnold's face when he gets here.
No time for that. Don't forget I've got a date. Let's go.
Absolutely classic 40s anthill mob gangsters right there. See? It's Batman, see? And yeah, we've had in the chat come in and say that was 100% Bender earlier on. It definitely was. Shut up, baby, I know it. Definitely that, all over. We need a Bender Batman. He's branded him.
You'll recognize these as the last two men of the Collins gang. I know you've been looking for them for some time. The Batman. P.S. The keys to the handcuffs are in this one's pocket. Well, it looks as though the Batman has done you boys another favor.
Yeah. You ought to put him on a force.
You find him. I'll put him on.
Well, to be fair, it's not that bad at the moment. It's of its time. But except for the fact that Batman's maybe a bit chunky.
Come in.
Hello, Linda.
Hello. I'm just finishing up. I won't be a minute.
Oh, no hurry. I'll just relax a moment. It may settle my nerves.
Listen, will you keep your hands out of there? You've had your usual busy day, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's a kooky
Crack of
Robin.
noon, a brisk walk to the corner, and then the club for a rugged afternoon of gin rummy.
Maybe you'll be too tired to go with me tomorrow to meet Uncle Martin.
No, I'll be right with you.
Thanks. Oh, it'll mean so much to him to know that he still has his friends despite all that trouble he was in.
Only do me a favor. Let's not start too early. I'm always tired in the morning.
All right.
He's a fairly good Bruce Wayne, actually, like, just totally not giving a fuck, which is how Bruce should be.
You're liable to carry that masquerade too far.
Think so?
Yes, I do. Why don't you let her know who you really are instead of letting her think you're just a good-for-nothing playboy?
Well, if she knew I was the Batman, she might worry. Not that she cares anything about me. Besides, on account of our special assignment from Uncle Sam, our success depends on keeping our identity a secret.
And suppose she asks you about your status in the Army?
Well, I always tell her I'm a 4F.
Batman in the army, fuck me. I think we're in troubling political times that might call for that
people waiting
again.
like someone I know.
Yeah, I kind of like these two as Batman and Robin.
Read all about the Batman, captures Colin gang.
Town crier, yeah.
Hey, boy, paper.
The Batman is certainly marvelous, isn't he?
Oh, I think he's a show-off.
Oh, everybody
Clever.
that does anything is a show-off to you.
I can do things, too. I'll show you. I'll call for you tomorrow and take you to meet your uncle no matter how early you want to leave, even if it's before noon.
It's nice of you to make such a terrific sacrifice on my account.
Wait. Right, when does somebody's brain get electrical here? I'm expecting an electrical brain.
That looks like Warren.
More 40s gangsters.
Yeah, that's him. My old cellmate.
God, love these old cars. Look at that, so classic.
Hi, Marty, old boy.
Why, hello, Foster. I don't...
I know. You didn't think your old pal would remember you, did you?
Well, I'm expecting my niece to pick me up.
Your niece? Oh, sure, I know. That's what we came to tell you. She couldn't make it. We're going to take you to her. Come on.
That's seriously dodgy. You would not be getting in that car. You'd be asking a few more questions, that's for sure. I mean, I swear people weren't this naive in the 40s. Maybe just on film. Look at them wheels! They're wacky races all over.
That looked like my niece in that car.
You're seeing things, Marty.
Stop the car.
Now he
Down,
cottons
Marty.
on. Now he
You're
gets
going
it.
with us. Now sit back and relax.
Why, what do you want from me?
You'll find out soon enough.
Are you supposed to sit back and relax when
Has
you're
the
clearly in
liquor warrant left
danger?
already?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey,
Two men
Felix.
met him and they drove off in a black sedan.
Everyone coming in the chat, just in case that's random
you.
for people watching back, me just watching Batman and going, hey Felix. You can join me watching these live every Sunday.
Pass back on the road.
We'll get in. We'll catch him before he gets back to town. Get going, Alfred.
Very good, sir.
I can't understand why Uncle Martin didn't wait for us.
So is that Alfred driving? Or is Alfred? I don't want to miss Alfred. I feel like I've missed Alfred. Alfred's basically my favourite character. That can't be Alfred up front.
Hey, that car with a dame in it right
Oh no,
back.
this is the anthill mob here.
Step on it.
See?
See if they're tailing us.
They're speeding up, sir.
Drive a little faster, Alfred. They're trying to lose us.
I have a strange feeling that Uncle Martin is in some kind of trouble.
They're gaining on us. Can't you get any more speed out of this jalopy?
Now, interestingly enough, I seem to remember reading that this film almost invented the version of a posh Alfred.
They're out of sight. Release the gas and make the change.
And before that, he was kind of like a portly, like cockney dude. Did he just get a paint job on the move?
Hold everything. I'm going to turn around.
That's pretty swish. How did he manage that?
Here they come. Get down.
You've never been able to do that on GTA.
They passed it. Didn't give us a tumble.
Well, let them try to figure that one out.
They've disappeared, sir. No side roads. They just seem to have vanished.
Well, Linda, I guess your uncle wasn't interested in seeing us.
I can't understand his actions. Well, I guess the only thing to do is to go back to the hospital and wait for him to phone me.
Yeah, and find out how he did that disappearing act. I'd like to pull it sometime when my creditors are after me.
This was part of a foreign land transplanted bodily to America and known as Little Tokyo. Since a wise government rounded up the shifty-eyed Japs, it has become virtually a ghost street where only one business survives, eking out a precarious existence on the dimes of curiosity seekers.
Shifty-eyed Japs.
Artists who have created some of the
Unbelievable.
finest wax exhibit in all of England and France. Now, the price of admission is only 10 cents, plus 1 cent tax for Uncle Sam.
Who's ready for some racism? Christ almighty.
Not gonna have any trouble with you, Marty, are we? Now you're being smart.
Well, it's not a shifty-eyed Jap. I mean,
All
come
right,
on.
gentlemen, right up these steps. And if when you come out you don't face the greatest exhibit you ever saw, I'll refund your money. All right, folks, who's next?
Okay, so far so American. I was expecting
minute,
some
folks. I know you two want to
xenophobia
ride
right
home.
here. Ah, now this would be a great setting for a 1940s Joker. Hang on, why have they come on here? Is this just like the entrance to their secret base or something? Or are they literally just having some fun right now? Are they trying to escape Batman in here? Because it seems a bit odd. They'd already lost him with the paint job. There's got to be some... Yeah. There's got to be a hidden hideaway. Otherwise it's ridiculous. Who is that? That's sophisticated technology, actually, isn't it, for the 40s?
Come in, Mr. Warren. The League of the New Order extends a cordial welcome to an honored guest.
What the hell accent is that?
The New Order?
Yes, a group of men, all of them dishonored like yourself.
I'm not a criminal. I was convicted, yes, and sent to prison. But if the truth were known...
The fact remains that you have been dishonored. Exactly like our friend Mr. Fletcher here. An excellent architect, brilliant engineer.
Oops.
Except that some of his buildings did not quite come up to specifications. May I also present Mr. Marshall, Preston, and Wallace.
I want guesses through in the chat on what the hell kind of an accent that's supposed to be, because I'm lost.
I am Dr. Daka, humble servant of His Majesty Hirohito.
He's full on
heavenly
Japanese,
ruler
isn't
Prince
he?
of the rising sun.
Yeah.
By divine destiny, my country shall destroy the democratic forces of evil in the United States to make way for the new order. An order that will bring about the liberation of the enslaved people of America.
That's
Each of these
gobsmackingly
men,
racist.
dishonored by your corrupt form of government, is a specialist in his line and have been especially selected by me to execute the orders I received from Tokyo. We need an industrialist to round out our circle. That is why I've selected you. If you cooperate with us willingly, you shall share in the glorious victory soon to be ours.
He looks like a Spanish pimp, more than
You have
anything.
no choice but to accept. You will work with us or be compelled to work for us. Therefore, it should be very plain to you that you should be willing to help serve my glorious emperor.
Listen, Daka, or whatever your name is, I owe my allegiance to no country or order but my own. I'm an American first and always, and no amount of torture conceived by your twisted oriented brain will make me change my mind.
Coming from the Americans, the key waterboarders, I don't think you can talk about torture, boys.
Well,
What? Oh, this is that guy who was just looming outside.
Bob,
Or is it?
your
No, it
former
isn't.
partner. He was our first choice for the position you are about to assume. Unfortunately, he too attempted to resist the inevitable.
Bob, old man,
That's exactly how the Japanese speak, to
Don't
be
you
fair.
know me?
Fucking Jesus.
what have you done to him?
Deprived him of his ability to think. I have converted him into a zombie. He can only act as I direct. You will notice the metal headpiece from which a wire leads to the spine. Now, Mr. Warren, I would like you to look at this special microphone, the only means of communication with a zombie. When I speak into it, this slave gets the impulses through the headpiece and obeys my wishes. By this means, I have him carry out my orders no matter how far he is from me. Interesting, isn't it? Wells, return to your station.
So the Japanese can mind control people, apparently. That's just totally normal. We've had Laundry Hamper come through in the chat say, I guess all the actual Japanese actors were interned at the time. It's a fairly interesting point because they actually weren't. There was some good shows doing some surprisingly progressive things at the time, like Gunsmoke. With authentic Eastern actors and making points about racism that you really wouldn't expect from the time. So this is reductive even for its time. It's quite amazing. Because as Laundry Hamper also pointed out in the chat, not only is it racist, but it's bad racism. It's not even like accurate in any way. He looks like a Spanish pimp to me. And he speaks like God knows what.
Destroy your brain at this time because you have information which I must have while you still have your memory.
I'll tell you nothing.
Fletcher, Cyril. Have you ever heard of the truth serum, Mr. Warren? It's one of the New Order's favorite weapons.
The New Order?
Mr. Warren, you were one of the men who endowed the Gotham City Foundation. Therefore, you should be able to give me the information which I need.
I do appreciate some of these mustaches, though. As a man with facial hair himself, these are some good mustaches. I mean, you got every type going on, really. I want a good handlebar somewhere, but we've got 15 of these movies, episodes, whatever you'd call them. They're about half an hour long.
How much radium have they on hand at the Gotham City Foundation?
Several grams.
Where do they keep it?
In the safe behind the picture in Dr. Boyden's dispensary.
Do you know the combination?
No, I do not.
Preston, lock him up.
I mean, if this wasn't a racist caricature, if this guy was just like a freak, like Batman's villains usually are, it'd be kind of cool.
I'll show you.
Because he is creepy, if you remove all the racism.
Patton Jones, the block.
Kind of reminds me of Joker in the 60s TV show. Maybe just because he had a mustache as well.
Gentlemen, this is the New Order's secret weapon. Marshal, give me a capsule.
What the hell is this, then?
This weapon employs an infinitesimal amount of radium.
What?
It's a small yet deadly forerunner of the atom smasher, which, when perfected, will smash anything that lies in our way to victory.
Anything?
Demonstrate its destructiveness.
I want to see that used. Come on, let's see some 40 special effects.
Place it and return to your station. I would step over this way, gentlemen, if I were you. Foster, I want you particularly to see this. There are several adjustments for power on this weapon. However, the weakest will suffice for this operation. Preston, step back and observe.
God, I don't even want to attempt to do an impression of this guy. Oh yeah, come on. Crush that shit. Nice. Well, that works. How does it know not to crush like the whole floor and the wall and that?
This block was originally concrete.
Concrete?
What? Now you understand why I must have more radium.
Why, sure. With more radium, we can build a weapon bigger than that gun.
Exactly. We can build a lethal mechanism so destructive as to make retaliation by the United Nations impossible. However, this weapon will suffice to open the safe at the Gotham City Foundation. And I am giving you that assignment.
Now, the audio being a bit poor there is an interesting thing because
We've been back over now
a lot of this has had to be restored.
Well, I'm sure he'll call you sometime today and explain why he didn't wait for us.
Maybe he's in conference or something.
If you'd gotten up a little bit earlier this morning, we would have been there in time to meet him.
From now on, I'm turning over a new leaf. I'm going to be very dependable.
Seems to me I've heard that line before.
Well, this time I mean it. You just tell me what to do and I'll do it.
All right. The first thing both of you can do is to get out of here and let me get my work done. Dr. Borden's going to be here any minute, and I've got an awful lot of typing to do.
Never mind the details. We can take a hand.
Wait, I got an idea. Why not call the prison? Maybe the guard there knows who the men were that met your uncle.
Why, that's a splendid idea.
See, I'm beginning to be dependable already.
Yeah, I need some more Batman. I've had enough racism.
Oh, I don't mind robbing the
Let's
safe.
have some
What we
Batman.
got to take this zombie with us for?
One reason is he's strong as a bull. Another is that Daka can switch on that magic eye and watch him. Us too, if we're close enough to him.
Afraid we're going to double-cross him, is he?
He's probably got that set focused on us right now.
Thank you very much. The guard doesn't know who the men were.
Well, there goes that idea. Well, we better get out of here and let Linda get her work done. Goodbye for now.
Bye-bye.
Looking ahead, it looks like there's a lot more racism to come in
Everything's on
this.
schedule. There goes Brennan with the truck.
Slaves of the Rising Sun, the Doom of the Rising Sun, the Nipponese Trap.
Look, that's the car we were chasing this morning.
Sure looks like it. Those 3 men just alighted from it, sir.
And Martin Warren isn't with them. Come on, I have an idea the Batman should look into this.
And don't forget Robin.
Don't you dare forget Robin.
Alfred, drive into that alley and put the top up.
Yes, sir.
This is a kooky Robin with a kooky hairdo. Apparently at the time, the actor was considered too old to play Robin, which I find kind of interesting because he looks pretty Robin-like to me.
Dr. Borden, this experiment...
Take her in the other room.
That's right, just scream. That'll do the trick. Here we are, Batman and Robin action, let's go. Get up those ladders, boy. No grapple hook, just pure athleticism, chubby athleticism. So I'm beginning to think that these stories might continue on from one another. Considering the titles and the cast I'm looking at here, I believe they might follow on.
What's going on here? Why, Dr. Hayden, my old colleague. What are you doing here?
Oh. That mind control certainly works. Good old Eastern mind control.
Get something to stuff it with.
Right.
Jesus, that's gonna fuck Batman right up. Oh, he's right. But still, the principle applies. Batman gets in the way of that. Oh, cool. Get grappling, lads, come on. He's got an R on his left tit and everything. Yes!
Come on.
We'll have a bit of that. Come on, smoke pellet, explosive gel, freeze grenade, get on with it. They've got an atom smasher. So imagine what that'd do to your head.
Behind the chimney.
Uh-oh. Right, he's dead. Surely he's dead. The end of Batman right there. How has he gotten out of this? He hasn't got detective mode or anything. What? So this Batman can apparently teleport. Which I guess would make up for being a little bit portly.
Marie, get the police here quickly.
Pretty good fighting for the 40s though, really, I guess. I mean, they're getting on with it. It's that honestly a police car, because it's super fucking cool. These cars are amazing. I think we got a brief look at the Batmobile at the beginning, which is essentially just a car, a black car.
Section 1, go ahead.
Dr. Daka, the cops are heading for the hospital.
You get the radio.
Yeah? I got the stuff. It's in the truck. I'm starting back now.
Return at once.
Yeah, this stuff has got to continue on because there's only like a minute of this left. So it's actually a really long movie because every one of these is like half an hour. 18 minutes, I think, is like the shortest. I might be wrong. But there's 15 of them.
Head and leave the roof. Head and leave the roof.
Well, is he on opium or something? I mean, fucking hell. Jesus. Brutal, actually. Shifty-eyed Japs. Yeah, there's 15, Felix. Don't worry, we're watching one a week. So we're not doing all 15 now. Yeah, 15 in total, I believe. And then there's another serial afterwards called Batman and Robin. And I believe that was it until the 1966
Daka,
show
the
and movie.
sinister Jap spy, believes Linda knows the whereabouts of the powerful radium gun. And what about Linda? Can she escape his evil clutches? Don't fail to see The Bat's Cave, Chapter 2 of Batman at this theater next week.
Well, that seems to clinch it. Definitely does continue. And yes, next week we'll be watching The Bat's Cave, the very, very next part of this serial. So thank you for joining me for that kind of experimental thing that I was doing. A kind of commentary over this old thing. Oh, yeah, check that out. I've got no idea if YouTube will even allow me to keep it up on YouTube. Hopefully they will, because that was a lot of fun. And we'll get through that week after week until we've got through the whole serial. That is, if I was going to say if Batman lets us, but I don't think he'll have that much of a problem with it. If YouTube lets us. Let's see if we'll get away with that. So thanks for joining me for that very first episode, The Electrical Brain.